Welcome to the Shine Your Light Network with host and founder, Nicole. I believe that each person holds a set of gifts inside of them that are unique and special. I also believe that it is every person's job, so to speak, to shine their gifts out to the world in whatever way, shape, and form that feels right to them. When we go out into the world and shine our light, the whole world shines along with you. Here on the Shine Your Light Network, you will find inspiring and uplifting conversations along with special video blogs from my heart to yours. Please take whatever resonates and let the rest fall away.
Hello, beautiful beings of light. It's sparkling light all around me today. Today is October 10th, 2021. And I was guided to come down here to the river today, to my place. My guides wanted me to do some crystal gazing for the collective. And so I came armed with all of my crystals, my Lemurian and the Arkansas crystal from the Arkansas mines, and I took pictures of them in the water. And the reason is I did a session for a client this week, and she was absolutely amazed with what I do in my sessions, and she kept saying to me, "You have such a gift, you have such a gift. You come in with humility, like you come in like you really care about the person, and there's something about my energy that just brings about integrity and truth, even when I have to speak about things that I'm guided to speak about that might not be what you would like to hear." For some reason, she said she felt okay with what I brought through. And then the session was kind of the part of the session where I take her to her healing chamber and everything. That part was all done, and she thought everything was all done. And I said, "No, there's the crystal gazing section to do, like the section of the crystal gazing." She's like, "What's the crystal gazing?" And she's like, "Just we'll go with it, right?" And as I was showing her the crystals, I got onto the second crystal, and I was interpreting what I felt the crystal was trying to say, and the image in front of me. She says, "Whoa, this isn't crystal gazing. This is crystal prophecy. This is crystal vision. You have a gift. You need to show people this. You need to do this like for the collective and all this kind of thing." And I was just like, "Oh, I don't know." And then the last couple of days, I have allowed myself to get involved with all of the stuff that's going on with social media and all of the things that are going on in our world. And I found that it was starting to bring me down. And yesterday, I was just totally and completely overwhelmed, and I couldn't take it anymore. And so I decided this morning that I'm just going to be. Like yesterday, I was ready to throw my arms up into the air and just say, F it. Right? I'm not going to say the words because I don't want to swear. I'm not the type of person to swear a lot. But yes, sometimes I do swear. And I was like, it was an F-it day. And that's okay. We all get those kind of days. And then I drew some cards, and I couldn't even focus on the cards because the cards were telling me not to worry, all is well. That I needed to do my procedure for my Chiron wounding around it and come in and bring the dragon power in. And then to not allow myself to spiral into it, like spiral into what is happening around me in the world. And to take a deep dive into a task to get myself away from it. So I actually sat down and I started reading a book that I had bought a while back called The Sophia Code. And I delved into the first couple of chapters of the Sophia Code just to kind of change my energy. And I shifted, and then there was this card that came up and it said, you have to have faith, Robin. And then next to it, there's this card that I get in my fairy deck. And in that card, in that deck, it has this guy on it, right? Like I call them the Hakuna Matata guys. There's no name to the card. There's no description to the card. And I have named it the Hakuna Matata card. And what it says to me when I look at the guys, because there's a guy kind of like on it, and then I didn't bring it with me. And then there's all these other guys that are like him around. They're like, Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing phrase. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. And so, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. I was not feeling like being Hakuna Matata yesterday. But by the end of the day, I was feeling a little more Hakuna Matata. And this morning, I'm really feeling Hakuna Matata. In fact, yesterday, I couldn't even journal about it. I had to journal about it this morning when I woke up, about yesterday. And I just journaled that, and then I brought out the cards. And that's another thing. I have gotten back into my journaling. Every morning, I have my breakfast, and I sit down at my desk while I'm eating my breakfast, and I pull about 9 cards out of all my different decks, and I write about them, about what I feel the guides are trying to tell me. And I've been doing that since September 11th, and every single day I have been writing down and documenting my journaling, and they really are bringing me back to myself, bringing me back to my own teachings, and really helping me fill myself back up, because the well was getting dry. So that's basically what I've been at. And so today they wanted me to come down. I literally was like, they wanted me to come down, and they wanted me to just, they actually got a card, and let me see if I can bring the card out. It's called The Watchers, and they said that they wanted me to come out, and they wanted me to just sit here, and they wanted me to just be, and they wanted me to just watch what my inner self sees and what I see around me, and to just watch, and like if there's chaos around the world or whatever is happening, to just not bring that in here today, to just be who I am. And they wanted me to create a vlog in the midst of all this chaos that's going on in our world. And they told me that even if only one person sees this and gets something out of it, then it's worth coming out here and doing this for you guys today. So I got all my gear on because, you know, we're getting into the autumn. It's October. We do have a really nice day today in Ireland, where I'm at. In fact, it was so nice that it was the first time in about a month that I've been able to hang my clothes out on the line. So I hung up all my clothes. I washed some extra bedding, some things that the dog was sitting on and stuff, so that they could all be refreshed, so I didn't have to use the dryer. And I got them all hung up out on the line before I came down. I got my Wellingtons, my rubber Wellingtons, so that I could come down here into the river with you guys and sit here and not worry about my feet getting wet or anything like that, because it is a little bit damp and wet because it has been raining around here for about a month. So the water is a little bit higher than normal, so my feet are basically in about a foot of water while I'm doing this. And I started trekking down And I get around the corner and they're like, we want you to go down to the forest and we want you to do a collective session for the world. And they wanted me to open up my gifts, my keys and codes, what I bring to the world. And they wanted me to actually do a session for everyone, not just one person. So I was like, okay. They want me to do a private session as like what I would do inside my session. So I'm like, this is crazy, but I guess this is what we'll be doing. So this could be a little bit lengthy, and I apologize, but this is what it's going to be like for when I do a session. And so I'm going to do everything the way that I would. And so I'm using the cards that I drew today to focus on. And so they have the Watchers. I have the Unlock Your Gifts. So I'm going to unlock my gifts in front of all of you and send you the pure love key that I have inside my heart. We are going to connect to the green diamond, which is the heart healing, and we're going to connect to that in some way today. And then I got another blank card from my deck that is called the Fairy Guide, right? And this is a blank deck, and I imagine that I will probably more than likely be giving a collective message while I channel the fairies that are going to come in during the session. So to get ready for the session, guys, all you need to do is make yourself relaxed. So if you're watching this video and you're in a place where you really can't be relaxed at the moment, I suggest that you push pause on this and bring it back at a time where you can sit down and you can have about an hour to yourself so that you can really delve into and take advantage of the keys and the codes and the healing that will be coming through this session. Now, I just wanted to point out in particular that you notice, like, I always wear my necklace, and the necklace that I'm always wearing is my Lemurian crystal, and then I have a little orgone heart that Jessie May made me. Well, for the last couple of weeks, I have been choosing this necklace. Now, this necklace was given to me by a lovely woman her name is Tanya. If you're out there watching there, Tanya, I'm wearing your necklace. She gave it to me one time. We used to go to this meditation circle, and at Christmas time they did a Secret Santa, and she chose my name, and she gave this to me. It's like a dark purple fluorite, and she told me it was for my protection and everything. And for some reason, I've been drawn to wearing this for some reason the last couple of days, which I never ever wear it. And so I've been drawn to wear this. And right before I left, I was told to go look up what this crystal does and what it means. And so before we go into the session, they want me to talk about this crystal for some reason. I don't know if we're going to be connecting to it. So this is a definition that I got through the Book of Stones, and it's a really amazing book, and it talks about the different stones. And fluoride is mental enhancement and clarity, improved decision making, and clearing the energy fields. Okay, and so it says fluoride can act as a psychic vacuum cleaner, clearing the atmosphere of confusion, cluttered thoughts, negativity, and any sort of astral hangers on who are making mischief in one's environment. It is balancing the third eye chakra and to mental energies in general. It can assist one in thinking clearly and in making subtle but important discriminations regarding the kinds of energies and people one will allow into one's world. In the tarot, swords are the suit which embodies the mental powers. And the image of the sword of intelligence cutting through the uncertainties of potential with the power of choice is a potent one. Within the mineral kingdom, fluorite is the stone which most clearly emanates the sword's energy. Thus, for those who need to make many clear-headed choices in quick succession in order to navigate the waters of their lives, fluorite can be an important ally. Certain colors of fluorite have special properties specific to them. Purple fluorite is ideal for purification and access of the third of the mind to the domains of the spirit. Black fluorite is the ultimate astral cleanser. Now this is like a dark purple, almost like black, but it's not totally black, but it is very, very dark. It's not like the normal purple of the fluorite. And the green fluorite, the best, okay, so wait a minute, I gotta get back to where I was at. Yellow fluorite, especially that from Argentina, magnifies the mental powers and enhances intellectual ability. Green fluorite, the best being the deep green New Hampshire material, can cleanse and heal the heart chakra and can help make certain that the plans of the mind are approved by the heart. And it just keeps going on about like there's pink fluorite and all these colors. Blue fluorite is good for the throat chakra, ensuring clear communication of one's ideas. And multicolored fluorite is best for overall energy cleansing and repair of your field. And so basically, what I believe, why I'm wearing this today and why I chose to wear this without even thinking about it, is because of all of the energies, the mischief in our environment, everything that is going on. They wanted me to bring this into the video today, this crystal, so that people can start to focus on what it is that they really came here to be, and to take their mind off from all of the other things that are happening along our world at this time, and to just be with it. And so when we go into the session, we are going to be going into a healing chamber. And when I talk about the fluorite bed, it's this piece of crystal, this piece of fluorite that the bed is going to be made out of today. And it's going to help us clear our energy fields. It's going to be like a vacuum cleaner and suck up everything that we don't need. So they wanted me to talk about that before we went in. So here we go. We're going to do a session for the collective. And this is for everybody who's listening or anybody that may be listening in the future. This intention is to help clear yourself from all of the energy and all of the chaos that's going around in your world, and to help uplift you and recalibrate you and balance you back to the heart and allow a huge, deep heart healing to happen. So that's what we're doing today. So I want you to just get comfortable, and you more than likely won't even be watching me at this stage. You more than likely will just be having your eyes closed, and if you want to lay down for this, you can do so. You can sit in the chair, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And we're going to ask you to close your eyes. And we're going to take a few deep breaths to clear our thought patterns, to clear what is happening around us, and to help bring us into our heart space. So as you take your deep breaths in, I ask that you bring in the vitality, bring in the love, bring in the source light, the source love into each breath, and connect it into the heart. And then when you breathe out, I ask that you breathe out anything that no longer serves you and that doesn't belong. And know that when you're breathing it out, that it's not being sent to another, that it will be transmuted and sent to the light. And that's all you need to worry about. Because we have the fluorite here, and we have the sword, and then we have Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is here to take anything, any residue, anything that doesn't belong in your auric field or in your body, and to take it away with love to the source creator for transmutation. So take a deep breath in and pull all of the love into your heart. Take a deep breath out and blow out anything which no longer serves you. Allow your troubles and your worries to float away. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathe into your heart. Deep breath in and out. Notice a feather that is falling from the sky. This feather is a white feather floating from above. It is a reminder that you are totally and completely connected and guided by your higher self. And today we're going to float with the feather and breathe out towards the place we are going to go today. So as this feather falls, notice it floating in the wind. And it's falling down. It's falling down in front of you. It lands on the ground beneath your feet. But this feather doesn't stop there. This feather is taking you deep into the inner earth. Keep flowing with the feather as it moves through the earth. As it finds a stream that rolls down the river. It finds its way down the river and into a mass body of water, into the ocean. This feather finds its way all the way down through the bed of the ocean. And it lands inside a cave. You are now inside the inner earth realm. It exists always, at all times. There are inner earth beings of light that reside here, And they live amongst this beautiful inner landscape. In front of you, there is the most beautiful rainbow waterfall, beckoning you to stand underneath it. The water is refreshing. The water is sparkling. And it holds healing properties. As you stand underneath this most refreshing waterfall, allow the water to purify and cleanse your body and your etheric body. Allow it to wash away all of the density, that your body has held. Allow everything to wash away. These things are not important, dear one. These things that are happening outside of yourself, in the world, these disagreements, these concepts, everything that is happening. Allow it all, for this moment in time, to just wash away. And right beside this river, there is a series of pyramid crystal type buildings. They're all different colors. Some are red, some are clear, some are white, some are blue, some are green, some are purple. We ask that you choose a pyramid today. This is a healing chamber. It doesn't matter which one that you choose, but do take note as to the color of the pyramid that you chose today. Because the color of the pyramid that you chose for yourself today to go into will do some extra work on that chakra for you while you are inside the chamber. There are no doors on this chamber. They are different than what you would normally see in your world and feel. They're made of a different type of material, dear ones. This material is almost like they can be see-through without you having, when you're inside of them, you cannot see you inside of them from the outside, but they are see-through and transparent. And you can just literally step in through the side wall and you are there. So take a moment to step inside the crystal pyramid of your choice. And take a look around the room. In all of these pyramids, there is one thing that is common today. There is a crystal bed in the middle of the room. Today, the crystal bed is made of a dark purple fluorite, that of the kind of necklace that I showed you in the beginning. The purposes of this green or this dark purple fluorite is to help you clear and clean and vacuum out all of the distortions that are happening around you. There is a little fluffy white mattress that is on top of the bed for your comfort. And there are hand-woven blankets and pillows there on the mattress for you to use. Allow yourself to hop onto the bed and cover yourself up with a blanket and get yourself comfortable with the pillows. Today, the inner earth beings of light are here to help you. And they use the crystals, the Lemurian crystals, and all of the other crystals that are in the earth. They use the crystals to help adjust and heal you. And ultimately, the love from the Source Creator. So as you lay on this bed, this dark purple fluorite bed, your body will be scanned by your higher self and any adjustments that need to be made will be made. For each of you that are watching today, there is an extra special heart healing that will be performed through the energy of the green diamond. The light and the energy that is coming off from this diamond will be infused into your auric field, into your etheric body, into your physical body, and help you reconnect to your heart. This light will be infused and will go with you even after we are done today. And if you want and you request, the inner earth beings would like to invite you to these healing chambers anytime you wish to go to them. You simply, all you need to do is ask and you will receive. Close your eyes and bring yourself to this place. They are here and ready and waiting for you at all times. So now we allow the body scan to begin, and we trust that any adjustments that need to be made, anything that needs to be recalibrated, will be happening at this time. And as this happens, I will transmit a channeled message from my higher self, the fairies, the inner earth people, and Source Creator. We are working, dear ones, to help you. We are working, dear ones, to help you speak your truth in the world that is happening around you. We ask, dear ones, for you to take a step back, away from all of the chaos that is happening in your world. Dear ones, this is only a distraction. None of it, absolutely none of it, is important. What is important is your connection to your higher self. We ask, dear ones, when you are able, go to a place where you can just be. You don't have to do anything special. Just be. And allow yourself to sit back and watch what is happening outside in your world. Everybody has the right answer. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And it's so confusing because everybody is right. This one is that, and that one is this, and this one is there, and this one is going there, and this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do, this is the thing you need to do, and you need to do it now. That is what is happening outside in your world. This distortion, this disagreement, this people not getting along with people that they love because of their thought patterns, because of their belief systems, because belief systems change, dear ones. They change from moment to moment. 1 minute you can believe that the sky is blue, and the next minute you will believe that the sky is green. It can be whatever you want it to be, because it's your truth. So we want to clear away the distortions that are happening in your world today. And we want to bring to you the true pillar of light that is and resides inside of each and every one of you in this world. You are all a piece of the puzzle. You are all a spark of the divine. Each one of you is all coming from this same piece. It doesn't matter, dear ones, what color skin you are, where you like. None of that matters. You all come from the piece. And until you can get and wrap your head around this, dear ones, you will always feel like the other person is outside of you, when every single person is you and you are me. This is coming from the Source Creator right now. This message. Dear ones, stop focusing on the differences, because when you do that, you are making yourself wrong by focusing on what somebody else is doing that you believe that is wrong, because they are you and you are me. This is the whole concept. Until you can get out of this and realize that we are all one. All of us. Every single being that exists on your planet. Every single being that exists on every other planet in every other universe is all one. Every single one of you, there is no separation. There is no difference. You are all of the all. You are dark. You are light. You are everything in between. Each one of you has aspects that are dark. The darkest of dark. And until you can get that in and around your head, dear ones, you will never understand. You will never have compassion. Give yourself a chance to realize that you are them and they are you. And have compassion for your fellow human being. We bring to you so much love. The light is pouring in from the great central sun. There is so much light and so much assistance being sent to you here on earth at this time. And all we want you people to do is just be. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to connect within. And allow yourself to listen to your counsel. Stop listening to the counsel of others. And if you do listen to the counsel of others, take what only resonates and what aligns with your heart. And let the rest fall away. Because every single channel comes in with a distortion. Even the channel that is coming through right now, it is coming through in the distortion of Robin. She is a vessel. She is here to help. She is pure of heart, but she still has her own viewpoints. She still has her own thoughts and all of her patterns there. And so things can be distorted. But what we ask is that when you look at somebody that is channeling, and when you listen to a channeler, look at, there is a trail, there is a feed, there is a common connection throughout it all. And focus on this common connection that is happening that also feels right inside of your heart. Always drop it down. Any information that comes to you, drop it down and see if it feels right inside of your heart. You are never wrong and they are never wrong. Dear ones, you need to get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. Go within. This is why we took this channeling Vessel Robin. We're calling the channel Vessel Robin. She was guided on September 11th to go back to pulling cards every morning and journaling. She started losing the connection of her inner guides, of her inner self, of her higher self, because she started listening to everything that was happening outside of her. She took a whole month to get herself back into a routine of drawing cards and deciphering the messages that her higher self wanted her to understand. And through this, she has been taught so much. She has been taught to go with the flow. She has been taught to stay in balance. She has been taught to be like the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. You cannot take a huge endeavor as she has taken of a weight loss program where she has to lose an extreme amount of weight and chunk it all in and try to get it all lost today. She needed to learn that. So we guided her day after day after day. We guided her to find a balance. And that slow and steady wins the race. Be like the turtle, she learned, and flow and just be. Allow all of the outer distractions to slip away and just be. This is all one needs to do. There is nothing special that any of you have to do other than to just be yourself. Do not try to fit in. Instead, take your piece of puzzle, your special puzzle, unlock your gifts, and bring that piece of puzzle to the board of life and put it in place. And allow it to fit in next to each other. And allow all of you to be right. This is our message today, dear ones. We bring this message as you lie in this healing chamber with the green ray circling your auric field. Feel the ray all over your body and allow the ray to connect deep into your heart. You are in a time where the old cycle is ending and a new one begins. Think about the seeds that you would like to sow. Think about the seeds and begin to sow them one by one, fully and completely, consciously. And then take the time needed to nurture those seeds. The seeds will help you create the next chapter of your future life. Dream big. Set the seeds that are most deepest felt inside of your heart. Pull them out. Pull them out. And place them into the grid. And allow your dreams to manifest alongside every other human being on your planet. You are loved, dear ones, and all is well. Trust. Make a commitment to your heart that you will take time on a daily basis to connect. If you choose, you can connect to one of these inner earth healing chambers or create a healing chamber inside of your heart. It is always there, and it will never leave you. Go now, dear ones, and write a new chapter for your world. And when you are ready, open your eyes and wiggle your fingers and toes. And come back. So that is what it's like to go in and have a session with me. And then after a session like this, I will always bring in the crystal gazing section. And so today I took photographs of 5 different crystals inside the water with the intention that the crystals will give us a message, a collective message for humanity. And so when I get back home, I will incorporate the images up onto the screen and tell you what I find happening inside the crystals. I hope it helps, and I hope that you enjoyed it, because this is exactly what I do.
Okay, so now we're back at my house and I've done the crystal gazing. And so basically I took 4 of the 5 crystals because there was so much, so much in there. And I didn't want the video to go too long, but I also wanted to give you a real good taste of what happens when I do the crystal gazing. And so I've typed up, it's about 5 pages of stuff that goes with these crystals. So please, like, take this. If you need to take breaks in between looking at it, please do. This is just exactly what I do when I do crystal gazing for a person. So what I do is I basically put the crystals into the water down at the river with the intention that I'll get messages from the crystals to help humanity. That's what I'm doing. And so today I did it as a collective. So it's for it's a collective message. So take with it what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate with you because you might not be going through that exact thing, there might be something along the lines that will. So I did this, I recorded this on my Zoom so that I could do the screen sharing, so I can actually show you the crystals, okay? And I can be using my arrow button and everything. So we're gonna screen share, and I'm going to get that up here. I just gotta find on my screen the folder I created. So here we go, we got the folder, and we got the first crystal that I took a picture of. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my glasses on and we will focus. And I'm trying to think, do I need to, so I'm gonna bring myself over here in the middle. There we go. I'm gonna bring myself over there so that I'm in the video. And okay. So what we're going to start with, in this image, there's a lot happening. There is a beagle, there's a shape of a beagle right here on the top left side of the crystal. So watch the arrow where I'm pointing and you'll see what I'm talking about. On the top right, up here, there is first what looks like a person swirling green heart healing energy around them. This could be a person doing it themselves or their higher self doing it for them. So like there's the arms kind of like swaying, and this is like the head and the person, and there's like all this green energy, they're like swirling it. I feel like it's like, I feel like it could be like your higher self doing it. We had this happening when we were in the healing chamber. So I'm assuming that it's the same type of thing. They're swirling the green energy, the heart energy. And below that is a white dove of peace right here. And under that looks like what I felt like, I kept, every time I looked at it, it was like, this is the phoenix rising, right? And at the bottom of the crystal, right down here, is what looks like a dark entity that it's trying to block the person, because there's a person in this crystal, trying to drop the person, or wait a minute, what did I write down here? The bottom of the crystal is what looks like a dark entity trying to block the person in the crystal from connecting to their Earth Star chakra, okay? And then finally, there's a person in here. There's the head, here's the arms, here's like the heart, and there's a little light on it, and it goes down to their body, there's their legs. And up here is like all this light coming up in from their crown. And so what I feel like it is a person running energy in their body from the crown down in through them. And like a person running transference healing type procedures through their body, or using the source light to infuse them with their crown. So let's look at all of this and break it down. I will look up the spiritual meaning of the dog, the dove, and the phoenix, okay? So we have the dog, the beagle, and it's a specific dog, it's a beagle. So the beagle meaning in this case may also be letting you know that exciting things are about to happen for you right now. At this time, you will have to make sure that you stay calm and go with the flow. Also, beagle symbolism indicates that it's not quite time to rest on your laurels or to celebrate your victories. Overall, keep your head up, stay balanced, and be steady as she goes. In contrast, the appearance of Beagle symbolism in your life may signify that you are now entering a period of delights and pleasurable exchanges. In other words, you can now take the time to enjoy the discovery of new gifts and happy surprises. Henceforth, the Beagle meaning is letting you know that the world is your oyster, and all you have to do is find a way to open it. So then we move over to the doves, and doves usually are white in color and are used in many settings as symbols of love, peace, or as messengers. The dove comes in today to help those resolve feelings of isolation and help bring in clarity, inner peace, connection to one's inner self, and to know you are ultimately never alone. The phoenix represents immortality and alchemy. And I just wanted to read out, I have this book, it's from my Transference Healing Animal Magic deck, and it talks about the phoenix, and I just wanted to read out to you the part in here, because this is what I feel is happening. So phoenix brings through the healing properties and vibrations of herbs, crystals, and flowers, the perfumes and fragrances to support the frequency changes in the body so it can create an internal healing process. They also help to open the psychic senses to enhance your spiritual growth at this time. Phoenix not only activates the stellar gateway and Earth Star chakra, but also helps you open and perfect the crown chakra to receive guidance from a specific ascended master. It also radiates and filters through the divine rays of the God, Goddess energy from the sun, and specifically the great central sun. Phoenix magic gives you the energetic and divine resources to create a miraculous enlightenment process to restore your faith in the light, alchemy, and immortality. So, the fellow under the crystal is trying to stop you from connecting to your Earth Star. And the Phoenix is there to activate your Earth Star chakra so you can finally, fully, and completely receive guidance from your spiritual team, your higher self, and the Ascended Masters. And then the person in the crystal suggests all can benefit from doing Reiki on yourself and or transference healing procedures, or to simply run energy from your crown throughout your body and etheric body regularly. Find what works for you and do it. So this is kind of like what this crystal is trying to say. All those things that I just got done saying. Basically, everything is in there. All these things are there to help you. And so they're just basically, that's what's being suggested for the collective at this time. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next crystal. Okay, so this one is very interesting. In this image, there is what looks to be like angelic energies all around the crystal, which suggests to me as a reminder that we are not alone and that we are always protected and helped more than we realize. Like over here, when I'm over where my arrow is here, there is a face in here, and it looks to me like I have this deck of cards, and it looks like the fairy godmother in my fairy card. She looks like she's there. She's got her wings, her big, huge angel wings, and then there's another one up here. She's very long, and she's got her wings coming here, and it's hard to see, but it's like an angel, guardian angel. And then over here we have a couple of different types of light spirits that are just kind of there. And so I feel they're there. Okay, so now at the bottom of the crystal, it's lit up, and it's very lit up down here, right? and there's a person rising out of the crystal right up in here. And so I believe this is saying we all have the ability to turn our light bodies on and ascend. There is nothing to stop us from this outside of ourselves. Nothing can stop the ascension process. And they want us to know this. They are stressing this, that nothing can stop this. There is nothing in humanity, nothing that we do to our physical bodies that will actually stop the process of ascension. There's nothing that can happen. And we are totally and completely supported by our team, by our guardian angels. So that's what I got in that message. Now, this crystal number 3. Okay, in this image, we have a person swimming on the top right, up here. There's literally, this is the head of the person. You can see their arms, they're swimming, they're kicking themselves, they're swimming, and there's a little bit of light language up here. They're swimming, they're going with the flow, okay? A safety raft is floating in the midst of darkness in the lower right corner. So down here, there's a little safety raft down here. And it's all kind of like dark, and it's like floating in just like darkness or whatever. So there's a safety raft there. And then down here, there's a hand. If you can see down here, there's a hand holding up down here. It's like this, like my hand. I don't know if I can do it the way they're doing it, but there's like a hand out there holding up. And then up here, there's a person's head, and they're in like a black outfit, right? And there's their hands, and they're kind of like jumping off this side of the cliff, and there's a cliff here, and then there's like the water below. There's a hand down there to catch them, and over here, you have your raft. And then, so basically I'm feeling like if you jump off, you're going to be fine. Okay. And I believe that it's saying, go with the flow, learn all you can, take a leap of faith whenever necessary, and know you will always, always be taken care of. If you fall, there is always someone to catch you and a raft to float on if you feel left out in the dark. But up here at the top, now there's a lot of information here to talk about here. I'm going to use this book again that I have. I just have to get to the page 167. It talks about the owl. Well, there's a little owl up here, right? And he's up at the top of the crystal. And he is there with his little teaching stick. Get my page. Once I get my page, I'll show you the owl with the arrow. Wasn't that far from where I was already at. Okay. Okay, so here is an owl. So he's very, very happy owl. And he's got his little teaching stick here, right? And so I was trying to I wanted to do it short, but then I said, you know what? I think I'm going to read what is in this book that I have that goes with the cards. It's the owl book it's the Transference Healing deck. Okay, so I'm just going to be reading it, so I hope it doesn't bother you people that I'm reading. Owl has awareness of everything around it at all times. It has superb night and predator vision, acute hearing, and can swivel its head 270 degrees. It has the reputation for being all-seeing or clairvoyant and having prophetic power to reveal unseen truths. It is said to see what others try to hide, hear what is not being said, and to bring messages through dreams and meditation. It is the totem of psychics and clairvoyants, and it is also believed a person's secrets can be uncovered by placing a feather or part of an owl on him while sleeping. Owl's nightly excursions, blinking eyes, and strange call have led to its widespread association with occult powers, the night, the moon, female power, darkness, death, and the underworld. It is a symbol of intuitive rather than rational thinking and knowledge. Aboriginal Australians believe bat represents the soul of men and owl, the soul of women. In ancient Sri Lanka, owl is married to the bat. Owl is often a symbol of wisdom because it can see what others can't. The essence of true wisdom. This also means it can't be deceived. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, carried a companion owl on her shoulder, which revealed hidden truths to her. The Sumerian goddess, Lilith, was also attended by owls. Owl has been credited with protection, guidance, help, making childbirth easier, and saving lives. The Anu people of Japan refer the eagle owl as a messenger of the gods or divine ancestor. In Mexico, the little owl flies between the land of the living and the dead. In ancient Egypt, India, Japan, and North and Central America, owl is the bird of death. For Bantus of Africa, it is the chosen bird of wizards. In China, it is the terrifying thunder god called Lei Gong, who has the beak, wings, and claws of an owl on the body of a man. Tartar shamans of Central Russia could shapeshift into an owl. Native Americans wore owl feathers as a magical talisman. In Spain, legend has it that owl was once the sweetest of singers until it saw Jesus crucified. Ever since it has shunned daylight and only repeats the words cross, 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 or that's what it says, cross, cross. Okay, and so it basically says if owl, it's all about the card, but we know that there's an owl up there on the crystal. You could be feeling fearful of the unknown, the dark, and the unseen. You could be sensing deception, betrayal, a need for protection, or that you are under psychic attack. You could also be trying to see through or behind unusual or misleading circumstances and ulterior motives. Owl gives you the resources to see what needs to be known and have the strength, wisdom, and diplomacy to resolve the issues at hand. Owl symbolizes silent observation, intuitive insight, and truth. Owl also gives you the inner strength to look at yourself or clear self-deception. It enhances your ability to follow your instincts and intuition and empowers the art of observation and listening. It creates and encourages the art of simplicity and learning, and it gives you the wisdom to discern and hear what is relevant, enabling you to absorb accurate information, knowledge, and truth from books, the internet, and what is said or taught to you. Owl people are very discerning and shine wisdom with such humility. They can be intimidating to others and sometimes attract unwanted attention. They are not frightened at looking for answers from within the void. So by drawing this card today, or by seeing this owl in the crystal, you could become more interested in learning the tarot or find yourself more drawn to studying esoteric lore or developing your clairvoyance. Owl is symbolically associated with magic, clairvoyance, and astral projection. Owl people are interested in the mysteries, ancient texts, ancient civilizations, mystery schools, understanding the meaning and origin of life, and understanding the mysteries of eternal life and alchemy. They are interested in searching for truth from Atlantis, Lemuria, King Solomon's temple, the sacred teachings of Thoth, and the emerald tablets and other secret and sacred artifacts and teachings. So what I'm feeling that the reason why the owl is there today is that if you are looking for this information that is in the mystery schools or looking for more understanding, that it is okay to do so, and that you will have the ability to actually take it in. And you'll be able to flow with the concepts. You'll be able to take leaps of faith into the world, the unknown of all of the mysteries, and really completely figure it out. And know that during this whole time, you are totally and completely taken care of, and you will always have a place. You will never be alone, and you will always be totally and completely taken care of throughout all of this. So that's what I'm feeling for today. So I'm thinking that maybe with all the things that are happening on our earth, that it's time for us to actually delve into the mysteries ourselves, instead of listening to what other teachers seem to be saying, and figure out what feels right for you. What does this stuff, does it go, and is it in your heart? Does it feel right? Does it resonate right? Does this feel like the right information? And just delve yourself in. There's nothing can happen to you if you delve in and try to figure it all out. Okay, so then the last one is a very clear picture. And it is, the crystal itself looks to me like broken shards of glass. Okay, there is a monkey with a top hat on the top left. This is this fella up here. He has this is a monkey. He's so cute. And he's got little wings. He's like a little angel monkey. And he has like a little red top hat on the top of his head. And then underneath here, I see like a little porcupine. This guy, there's his little pine needles, and there's a little bit of his face. There's a little porcupine here, and then I find a beaver over here in this part of the picture, and he's kind of like, his little nose is coming up to the crystal, and everything is like all shards and all kind of like broken glass inside. Like everything feels like it's falling apart. Everything feels like it's broken, kind of thing inside the thing. So when I decided I'm just going to take the three different animals that are in here, and I'm just going to look up their spiritual meanings and symbolisms. Okay, so understanding what does a monkey symbolize is not that easy as you thought. Before going deeper into the monkey symbolism, we must disassociate the monkeys from the apes. Monkeys are smaller and usually have tails, while the apes are bigger, have no tails, and tend to be more social. So what does a monkey represent? The monkey symbol is often associated with entertainment and joyfulness. Due to their energetic and mischievous nature, monkeys were seen by various cultures as tricksters. However, the monkey represents much more than fun and play. The symbolism of the monkey is connected to deep knowledge and intelligence. A very resourceful creature, the monkey sign is related to finding solutions to any problem. In their natural habitat, monkeys are incredibly compassionate and caring. Their bonding sessions come as a reminder that we cannot live alone. The monkey symbol meaning is that we should spend more time together more often and take care of each other. Considering what do monkeys symbolize, it is evident that we have so many things to learn from these amusing yet interesting creatures. Let the monkey spirit guide enter your life and allow it to teach you how to swing among the obstacles. So that's what the monkey's here to do. So now we're going to look at the beaver. Do you need to unite family, employees, or community? Is motivation eluding you, or are you considering giving up on a project? Beaver as a spirit totem and power animal can help. Beaver teaches you how to collaborate and to avoid procrastination. The phrases busy as a beaver and eager beaver both started appearing around the 1300s based on observations of the beaver in nature. This creature diligently creates and maintains its habitat. They achieve this by chewing on chosen trees until they fall, and the beaver can put the logs in place. This simple natural aptitude gives beaver the symbolism of having a good work ethic and being contentious. So, when beaver energy chooses to enter your life, be ready for a period of productivity. Beaver medicine is tied deeply to accomplishment through cooperation, resourcefulness, and building from the ground up. If the first log doesn't fall into place correctly, don't let that hold you down. Find another option. There is always more than one way to approach obstacles. Beaver spirit offers new horizons and hope, particularly with regard to your family and home. Those struggling with difficult living situations can rely on Beaver to transform reality and teach the lesson of gratitude. Harmony comes from working together from common goals, not from egocentric actions. Self-actualization and group actualization is not a passing river. You have to mindfully dive in and build with Beaver to manifest your goals. Throughout this process, Beaver instructs, stay flexible and be ready to invent or reinvent so that you don't stubbornly get stuck on an impractical idea. Those ready to work with Beaver medicine can absolutely alter their lives and come out with stunning results, not just for themselves, but those around them. There is truly strength in numbers. For those with a dream, Beaver comes to support that vision or to give you a nudge not to give up. Build your foundations firmly. If the old structure no longer works, walk away and start anew. Change is your friend, as is an adventure with the Beaver. Yes, it's hard work, but well worth the effort. Looking to simplify your life? Tired of dealing with one conflict after another? This is what the porcupine brings in, and he can help. So the porcupine teaches how to get through the rough patches of life, all while avoiding unnecessary confrontations. The sweet porcupine is a gentle vegetarian who walks a quiet, solitary path. At first glance, the 30,000 quills on such a small cat-sized body seems fearsome and a bit out of place, but Porcupine prefers keeping those bristles down. This creature hopes predators wander off or that Porcupine can move into an undetected space rather than engage the adversary. Avoiding unwanted and unnecessary fights makes Porcupine a symbol of what is it? Was it my son? I could hear him running past the door. Pacifism. The only time the quills go into action is in the face of danger or threat. That's when Porcupine draws a firm line. It coils up, extending its quills in all directions. Anything trying to bite gets a painful lesson in this position. Porcupine can also make the quills rattle in a warning. When all else fails, Porcupine moves its tail to hit a predator. Once lodged, those quills aren't easy to remove. Having a little rear-facing hook, perhaps this is why the French adopted Porcupine as a valiant warrior's emblem. An interesting attribute of porcupine quills is their hollowness. When the porcupine extends them, they fill up with air. This means Porcupine is buoyant and can float away from troubled waters. One message from Porcupine is there is more than one way to avoid confrontation and rise above your circumstances. Then there is the impressive visual impact of the quills. One look at a porcupine in protective mode gives the impression of a sun in splendor with light radiating in all directions. One story from Africa reveals it was Porcupine who gave fire to humankind. The action places Porcupine in the fire element's domain. The element embodies energy, health, happiness, power, and love, and hope. Porcupine relationships are a little bizarre at first, and a female uses scents to lure a male porcupine into its space. If he arrives before the female is ready to ovulate, the male porcupine waits and watches. Should other male suitors arrive, a battle ensues. Even the victor may not have its way with the female porcupine. If the female disapproves, it bites the male or runs away and looks for another potential mate. The female's careful selection of the mate is clear. Porcupines mate for life, making the animal an emblem of monogamy, dedication, marriage, and a good chemistry. Porcupine medicine teaches you many things. It offers a vision of your inner child filled with playfulness, innocence, and curiosity. It also shows you a balance between boldness and peace. Some shamans believe porcupine spirit sometimes brings messages from the ancestors, so listen close. So that is what I figured out from the things, and that's what the crystals wanted me to talk about. So I hope that I was able to help everybody figure out through the crystal gazing how to work through the issues that might be happening to you at this time. So I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it.
My name is Robin Nicole, otherwise known as the Shine Your Light Lady. I offer one-on-one private sessions where I take you to your healing chamber, channel a special message from your spirit guides, and crystal gaze for you. I offer you all of my sessions by a donation-based energy exchange and give them freely without expectation or limitations. If you would like to book a session with me, please let me know privately through one of the contact links located here in the description of this video, and we can discuss a time convenient for both of us.